Let's talk about something we all think we know. But what if I told you that a moment of intense pleasure actually kicks off a hidden biological process, one that could literally help extend your life? It sounds like science fiction, I know, but it's not. Today, we're diving into the pretty surprising science of the orgasm. Okay, so we all know what it feels like. But what's the actual machinery working behind the scenes? What's really going on when that switch gets flipped? Well, it turns out it's this incredible cascade of events, like a biological domino effect. So let's trace it, from that very first signal all the way to its pretty surprising aftermath.
First things first, you gotta forget any idea that this is just a localized event. It's not one little switch. Think bigger. We're talking about a full, system-wide reboot, a chain reaction that takes over your entire body.
And this reboot, it pretty much happens in 4 distinct stages. It all starts up in the brain with a cascade of neurotransmitters. That in turn triggers a flood of hormones that rushes through your whole system. Then of course you get the physical contractions and the release, and the final result of this whole chain reaction, a complete and total nervous system reset. But that reboot, that's really just the beginning of the story. The really wild part happens when we zoom in. I mean, way in. Past the nerves, past the hormones, and right down into your bloodstream. Because what's happening there, that's the real secret. So right in the middle of this system-wide reset, your body unleashes a secret weapon. A highly specialized cellular task force gets deployed directly into your bloodstream, and it has a very, very specific mission. They're called natural killer cells, or NK cells for short. You can basically think of them as the elite special forces of your immune system. Their job is pretty simple: seek and destroy. They hunt for threats, like rogue cells that could turn into something much, much worse. But forget the dry scientific name for a second. The best way to picture these guys is like tiny little Pac-Man, just swarming through your bloodstream. Their mission? To hunt down and gobble up all the things that just don't belong there. So if these NK cells are the Pac-Man, what are the ghosts they're hunting? Well, their mission is incredibly specific, and it's also incredibly important for our long-term health.
So what's on the menu for our little cellular Pac-Man? Turns out there are 2 main targets they're looking for.
First, they target precancerous cells. You know, the ones you want cleared out long before they become a major problem. And second, they hunt for something called senescent cells, which have a much, much better nickname: zombie cells. Now, these zombie cells are a huge deal in the science of aging. They're basically old, damaged cells that completely refuse to die. But they're not just hanging out doing nothing. They linger around like toxic neighbors, causing all sorts of damage to the healthy cells around them. It's exactly why longevity researchers are so obsessed with finding ways to clear them out.
Okay, let's pull the camera back out. We've gone from a massive full-body event all the way down to this microscopic Pac-Man battle. So why does this internal cleanup crew matter so much? Well, because it is directly connected to the quality and the length of our lives.
The whole argument is stunningly simple when you break it down. It starts with this one idea: by extending your sex span,
You are also extending your health span. That internal Pac-Man army, the one that gets deployed to clean out all those zombie cells, that is a direct biological bridge between your sexual health and your physical longevity. And ultimately, of course, both of those things contribute to your happiness span. It's this powerful trifecta. A healthy body and an active sex life aren't separate things. They are key ingredients for a longer, more vibrant life. They are all connected. So, the big takeaway is this. What we so often think of as just a moment of pleasure is also this powerful physiological event, one that deploys a cellular army to fight aging. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about deep-level maintenance for your body. Which, leads us to one final, really important question. Is your sex life part of your health plan?